EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 35.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They run here with Rico Dowdle. Able to slither by. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. Now Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. They run here with Dowdle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rico Dowdle taking it in from 24 yards out. Cowboys have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Prescott now. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Milton Williams. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And his kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, With no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Eagles offense is going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Rolling to his left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Hurts to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. Now they'll audible to something else. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a yard. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Throwing, Prescott. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Smith catches left side. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 3rd down and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They'll go to Barkley again. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Being chased out left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. A first down carry for Barkley. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. From the 9, 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 17-10 score. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This second. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Dowdle. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Carlos Watkins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So Dak and the Cowboys trailing 17-10. A minute 53 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Here comes second down at 5. Here's Prescott. To the sideline and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
That is caught. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Prescott. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Here's second down. To throw, Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now first and goal. Now Dak. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Eagles offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. To throw again on second down. Hurts. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The kick by Elliott is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? In the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here's first and 10. Here's Dak. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. And he's across for a touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows. Ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing. Being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's first down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively?
One stop.
One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. But let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play and a heck of an ending to this script. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.